I'm Kim Curtis. I'm the Executive Director of Goodness Village, and Goodness Village is a tiny home community in Livermore. We have 28 tiny homes, and it is a place for people to live independently, heal, and thrive. We primarily serve our chronically unhoused neighbors, and they can live here for as long as they need it.
I'm Brian Metcalf, Director of Production in KTGY Oakland. And Goodness Village core values are very close to what KTGY believes in. We want to be able to design inclusive communities for people that have all needs.
KTGY has been instrumental in both getting the village here and then being participants in service in activities that we've had going on and helping get the houses ready and then helping kind of do some repairs throughout the years as we've been here, and then drawing up our community center. So we've had a lot of work with Brian and a lot of long conversations together.
The key was to try to make a village that had this community feel to it. We had a very small footprint that we could work with, so we tried to get as many homes as we could in there, and then as we worked at it, it seemed like it didn't have this community feel. And so what we did is we actually scaled back and put them in pods of 4 and 5, and that felt so much more in tune with what the village wanted to be. The challenges when we started were try to fit the homes in within the restraints of the land that we were given. Because basically Crosswinds is 35 acres, but it's 3 parcels that are separated by a creek. So the thought was that this particular parcel has the best access for fire department, for other emergency services. So it made perfect sense to explore the village on this parcel. Mm-hmm. But we also have existing homes here, that are parsonages. They're being lived in, and then we have, we had an old dairy building that we had to kind of avoid a little bit, and barns and things like that. So how do we get these into that area without making them feel disjointed? We had kind of tiny homes kind of all over the place. We decided to bring them in and make pods of them. So that was kind of the biggest challenge, is trying to get these little pods of homes in a sense that felt like they were all connected. As we worked through, it seemed like 28 was the magic number. It just really, everything kept coming back to 28 homes. And we've learned some things since then to help us grow and even do better, on the next phase. So
yeah, one thing that people always say is they get an idea of what it looks like from our social media, our website, maybe some news article, but when they come out, they immediately feel that sense of community that was created in both the design and then also with the staffing that came in after that. But they needed to both be there, the high quality staff, the support that we offer, and then the way that it was designed. If one was missing, it wouldn't be the success that it is.
It really gives the person who's living in there a sense of ownership, like they have their own little house. And if you share a community bathroom or things like that, you really don't have your own space to be you, right? And so that's what, when we were looking at the tiny homes, that seemed to be such a critical aspect of it, is that they would have their own bathroom, bed, kitchen, the full 24-hour care and the security that the village gives these folks. That's one of the most important things, is to just feel safe. And then also knowing that you have someone that cares about you. I think that is the key. That's kind of the core to why it's successful.
Volunteers coming in and helping provide those kind of services is huge and needed. But I also think that it's important that our volunteers know that you're providing a service that my paid staff could never, ever provide, because every person that lives over there is fully aware that their staff know them, love them, will be there for them, care about them. They know all that. they also know that they are paid to know them, love them, and care about them. And they're in the back of the mind, there may always be the suspicion of what if they're not paid? Would they even care? And when volunteers come in and you work alongside somebody and you listen to their story and you hold it as sacred story, or you just drive them to a medical appointment that they would have never been able to get to without your assistance, that's providing a step in wellness and recovery that we could not do without volunteers. I think that our volunteers leave better off than they came.
Absolutely.
More often they learn more about themselves than the neighbor will learn about their own selves, and the change is bigger in our volunteers because we all have our own biasness that we don't even know that we carry. So big changes happen there, and then big changes happen here. So
The village has definitely inspired us at KTGY to give back and volunteer. I have two colleagues that came right before the village opened, and we built beds with Kim, and that was so fun and rewarding. And I've also had a chance to come back and string lights, deliver meals. It just really opens up the opportunities to give back. And it seems like the folks at KTGY in Oakland have really kind of adopted them. And they're always asking me, what are the next opportunities out there? It's opened up all kinds of avenues of people being interested and wanting to give back in some way or another. And it seems to be thriving.